half the split. They're 2-3 against teams below them. This is not.
Yeah, not to mention
people expected, really.
They're coming off of a loss to Renegades, the 10th place team.
Yeah.
And this is the first place team. That would be the biggest turnaround that you can possibly have. We'll see though for TSM. You know, last week started at the bottom.
Yep.
Now we here. Will they turn it around?
Maybe.
Heading into playoffs, you need to feel confident. That's another thing with this TSM team is they've had a lot of issues working through the rocky early stages of the season, and I feel like confidence is definitely important for the team moving towards playoffs.
There is the tiny outward chance that TSM could tie C9 for third if they 2-0 and C9 0-2s. They're head-to-head 1-1.
Well, look at this interesting ban phase so far, as a lot of people have been looking for teams to target Adrian's defensive supports, and TSM have taken that into consideration here on the red side, doubling down on Adrian bans, which has allowed Immortals to take that Corki first pick, which has been so prevalent. See what they decide to get on the other side, though. Round 2 here for TSM.
Yeah. What's interesting is they're not taking away the Braum, which is the only non-Janna, non-Soraka champion that Adrian has even played. And it's not like Braum is unpopular in the first place. Teams are happy to take the champion in general, even when it's not about Immortals and their small bot lane champion pool. So that surprised me a little bit here. Either way, Sivir picked up, Gragas and off the table as well.
And that's the other thing. Well, so Braum is just a strong all-around champion, just a strong champion in general to pick. But I don't think it is that Adrian has that small champion pool.
I don't think so
everyone kind of brings that up just because he hasn't played them
just
recently.
Making him show it is what I mean.
And they will be forced to show something different at least.
Braum number 2 is my guess, honestly. If he's playing for not showing things off, it's Braum number 2.
I like what TSM have done so far, though. You know, they've targeted that. They've banned out the Nidalee, allowing them to take this Gragas.
Okay. So much for Immortals hiding their picks right here. Sejuani coming in for, I assume, ReignOver.
I mean, it's not that big of a thing. Sejuani being picked, she's not a spectacularly different champion.
I suppose.
She doesn't have surprises. She was buffed up to a serviceable level. She has not passed Gragas. She has not passed top-tier junglers. She is another serviceable tank jungler right now. I don't think... I mean, you know me. I'm all about getting excited for new picks. I'm all about it. Sejuani just does not excite me.
Really?
She's just such a boring champion. I hated it when she was top tier. She just... The only exciting thing is that the ultimates can miss sometimes, and then you look dumb, but that's about it. Sometimes the ultimates hit and you look like a god. You can ult flash and that's cool. You cut out travel time.
Yeah.
But it's just, I don't know, it does not excite me
Man,
as a champion.
If this was Zyrene next to me, he'd be excited alongside me, okay? Zyrene's got a great Sejuani.
He's into boar riders, dude.
Yeah, that's just his way. But either way, when the fact that like Lee Sin is ever still on the table, ReignOver is going with the Sejuani, the one broken horn, leader of the Winter's Claw. We'll see how that goes for these guys on Immortals as they have to pick the last few champions. Looks like a top lane Graves and a Trundle support being the last few picks for TSM as they wait for the mid lane.
Yeah,
and make an Immortals show theirs.
Let's see what Immortals actually round themselves out with here, because they've got such a strong team fight set up already. That's what Sejuani does bring. Great for team fighting. She can be the solo frontliner as well. You don't need any other tanks, so that does allow Huni to pick one of his beloved DPS top laners. It all plays right into Immortals' playstyle.
Gotta make those last few choices here. ReignOver, I want to see if he goes for Sunfire, not Sunfire, Cinderhulk or Runic Echoes. I feel like there's a chance you go for either one. 5 seconds to go. It's going to be Yasuo and Karma.
Now I'm excited, Phreak. Okay?
All right.
You got me.
You excited now?
I'm very excited now.
Got some Yasuo?
Yes, because it is Yasuo that is paired with a Lulu and a Karma. That is a lot of shields. That is a lot of speed. And they do flex the Corki down into the AD carry role, which is definitely one of the big benefits of first pick Corki. Sejuani can proc knock up as well for Yasuo, so there is synergy there.
Yep.
Lulu obviously can ult whoever is close. And
package 2 from Corki.
Help him
He's
out
got to
with
knock
that.
back now too.
True. I mean, this is WildTurtle Corki, so...
Oh, he's definitely going forward with that one.
He's going to get in there. You can actually package in and then get a Lulu ultimate in. You can actually be a frontliner.
Yes, WildTurtle would love this. I'm actually not even sure who's playing support here. If it's going to be Lulu or Karma, and whether that Yasuo's going top or mid.
They can go either way. I would think that Pobelter would hold on to the Lulu, but they can still change it. They've got a decent amount of time to swap around. Meanwhile, on the other side for TSM, the Sivir, so good there in the late game. As we talked about as well at the beginning of the day, I really do like this Lissandra teleport that's been gaining a lot of speed around. It enables teams to go for these double teleport. Team Comp's Lulu obviously is one of those who can answer and take a teleport mid. But I really do like it with especially pushing top laners. Graves is perma-pushing. So we'll see how this Yasuo matchup works with him. Maybe Huni actually closes the distance early, tries to get an advantage. It's definitely a snowbally lane. Whenever you have Yasuo, he attracts a lot of attention, attracts a lot of jungle.
Definitely.
Even if not full-on ganks, at least support and warding to his side of the map.
And last season, Yasuo was known as a good counter to Gnar specifically, punishing a slightly squishy range champion, and we'll see if he can do that against Graves here.
Yeah.
As we end picks and bans, there were no further swaps. Will be Lulu mid, Karma support, Yasuo top.
I actually, I'm going through the matchup right now in my head, trying to figure out how it can go. And obviously, all Yasuo matchups are skill-based because Yasuo has such a high skill cap. But there's so many things that he can dodge from Graves. I mean, he can actually dodge all of the auto attacks if he wants and can weave through the minion line as he wants as well. And he should never get hit with the second activation of Graves' Q as long as he's not right next to a wall. So.
All right, well, we'll see what happens in this game. It's going to be a whole bunch of fun to watch this one. Yasuo top against Graves. Tweet at eSports with hashtag IMT win or hashtag TSM win. They did their picks and bans with Coach Reginald behind them this time around. Immortals already 15-1, locked into first place regardless, but let's see how much more they can get in that win column. Here we go, our match of the week, the final spring split game here in the North American LCS. Final spring split week, I should say. Immortals versus TSM. Here we go.
All right. So excited for this one. I do expect Adrian, well, I guess he doesn't have to go with a Crucible, but Yasuo definitely wants to ride the wind, stay free moving around, and Lissandra really puts a stop to that. So some sort of cleanse action for Huni I think will have to be built since he is top laner, not going to take cleanse, and is going to go for the teleport. But we shall see later on.
People very excited for Adrian's Q spam. Plus,
he got 2 procs off of it, yeah.
Yeah, he hit both people with it.
Yeah, he got 2.
Yeah. He aimed that in between the 2.
Well, I mean, he mantra'd it also. Did he get the explosion part?
No. He just hit 2 people on the first strike.
Just checking.
Yep.
That level 1 ultimate being available. Broken champion.
Practically Udyr.
I mean, yeah. Karma doesn't have to even
put a point into it.
Kill it, though.
It's true. I mean, Jace works the same way.
All right. Let's not go down the list of
champions with the ultimates level 1.
Yeah.
In Italy, at least.
Transformers, basically.
Look
at this lane swap here, though. Take a nice look at the Immortals side. Actually going to be very late, not going for the invade or starting a gromp for themselves. I'm not sure what they actually did with their start. I think they were expecting an invade from the TSM side. So I think they were expecting to get an ambush off right there is probably what they were aiming for. But because of that, they will be behind 1 jungle camp as TSM took the Krugs as well as the gromp. Nice block there on the Q, making sure the Karma doesn't steal away anything and that Svenskeren doesn't take any of the AoE damage from it. This time they both do get hit.
Least.
Yeah. This time they do.
So good.
It doesn't really translate into much because both of these champions can jungle effortlessly. Graves doesn't have to take any more damage at all if he doesn't want to. So
true.
The extra harass doesn't really mean too much. Meanwhile, ReignOver is going to have a much more difficult time as he's a lot lower, and YellowStar.
Ooh, blocks the Q as well. ReignOver did not get over the wall. This is actually a lot of damage onto him. YellowStar will not get any more here. He's going to walk into a turret soon.
The level 2 support.
It does leave
town on him.
There is one more total camp up that Immortal should lay claim to, which is that top lane red buff around.
Yeah. Well, the thing is here, so I talk about Graves not having to take any more damage. Sejuani does take a decent amount of damage on our first clear, especially if you go the greedy route, which a decent amount of people have been doing and going per level yellow runes instead of flat armor. I don't think you should do that in competitive since there's so many opportunities for people to early invade, and you should probably just go with a safer flat armor for her. But you can go scaling runes on her and go with a greedy start in the jungle because they are so much more efficient. And Sejuani does want to get to a nice mid-game power spike.
You can see the fruits of the labor paying off right there. Red buff, of course, giving health regen, and along with the Hunter's Talisman, healthy enough to get through the jungle despite all the harass that came out of Trundle. So that's paying off so far. Towers traded normally. Mid laners trading almost equally.
Mid laner's actually trading very aggressively.
Yeah.
This is extremely low for the matchup there. Extremely low. As Bjergsen is forced out of lane with a very big wave. Maybe he burns teleport now. A lot of times, Lissandra, what you want to do is spam really early, use up a bunch of mana. But usually, actually, if you're planning on going with that early teleport usage, as far as your lane phase goes, you can sometimes start Corruption Potion. Bjergsen did not, obviously, start Corruption Potion.
No.
And is going to have to buy some more overpriced biscuits. I hate paying 50 gold for my consumables ever since the preseason.
Start a refill potion. Never buy them
again.
again.
Stingy jungler.
Well, just do what ReignOver does. Start refillable. Ignore the fact that you have to spend
I
money
do.
on that. Good. All right. Well, there you go.
How about you don't tell me how to spend my money, Phreak?
How about you do what I told you to do anyway, Kobe? It's like I know better. Well, Frostman comes out from Pobelter, so Immortals going very stingy, earning as much gold as possible, basically. As the lanes swap back, it is yet again a bit of a 2v0s. DoubleLift and YellowStar pushing down the top lane. And we have this uncontested Corki piloted by WildTurtle, quite literally, in the bot side. And it will be a teleport for Hauntzer and a walk up by Huni.
Yeah, they actually see the jungle commitment. Pings go down there. And the teleport from Hauntzer comes in. He wants to catch this wave. They know that they will not be able to pull off anything on the top side. Hauntzer actually doesn't get too many of those last hits. It is hard with Graves.
Oh, Pobelter is going to be in a bad spot. Does get rid of it. Flashes over the cone and barely lives.
The extra shields coming in handy. Adrian is here. And the exhaust goes down as well. So exhausts traded in that exchange.
A really close fight as top lane is getting pushed out by this Yasuo, who has to be careful by the fact that there is no turret now behind him, in the sense that this lane is very far pushed up. He's got a lot of real estate to cover to get away. And Huni will hide for now. Hauntzer battling Adrian, who shields and runs. Unsurprisingly, level 2 support Karma loses to level 4 Graves. Not even a close fight, but ReignOver's coming. Jumps over the wall.
He loses, but continues to fight. And we're going to grab that ward as well. Sejuani also obviously going to be very happy to get to level 6 with ease.
Yeah. A couple things to note real quick.
Oh,
good smite.
No smite from ReignOver available. I was prepping a smite fight, but that is not much of a fight.
So I want to point out that Adrian has actually gone Windspeaker's Blessing. I've seen plenty of Thunderlord's Karmas, right, trying to get the poke damage down. He's actually built in order to give bigger shields to his teammates. It's Adrian, of course, he's playing a buff your team, keep them alive champion, but even when you're given the option,
Huni's going to have to come up with some tricky stuff because Hauntzer's on the way. You can see him heading down the lane.
Available.
Huni's trying to clear the wave quickly, though, which is very smart and necessary, as Hauntzer now shows. And Huni's got to know he needs to vacate the area, as Svenskeren's coming up as well. So Huni able to grab some CS for himself quickly before running for the hills.
Oh, nice. He tried to aggro the Gromp to have it fight Svenskeren as he was running around.
Yeah, check for it.
Yeah.
The Wolf Spirit saw him as he entered, by the way, so that's why Huni kept running down to the bottom brush. And will channel that recall. Both turrets will be traded.
Yeah. Lane swap round 2. We saw TSM look for a play in the mid lane and nearly get it, but either way, they were able to trade turrets back regardless. Trading farm nearly equally. You're seeing very small differences between the AD carries and the top laners.
Yeah. I'm curious also if how much focus we'll see on the magic resist from TSM, since Huni is the sole attack damage threat.
Yeah.
Having gone with, yes, a flexible Corki pick, but it does pigeonhole you into a very magic damage heavy profile for your entire team. Huni going for some 1 versus 1 action.
And forces a flash out of the opposing top laner of Hauntzer. He was not level 6, Huni. I don't know if he really could have gotten a kill for it, but
I mean,
if the knockup's set up for a Karma debut, then maybe.
If Karma shows, you need to get out of there because the chase from Karma is also really threatening. Even level 3, I believe Adrian has one in every ability.
No,
he does not have
shield,
tether.
none in W.
Doesn't even have tether. Never mind.
Adrian building as actually defensively as possible.
I like it though. He's been applying the shield, saving people, roaming in between. Now that he's at a really big experience deficit as well. He'll get the catch-up experience bonus. The only problem with that style is that you need to be safe for that small amount of time while you're catching up. Level 3 is a precarious position to be in. YellowStar's got an extra level for himself as he's been hiding in the lane more often than roaming as much as, ooh, package.
WildTurtle. Walked by YellowStar, sees him and says, hello, enemy team. Wants to save the cooldown if he can help it, and yeah, will keep the passive alive. Down to half health because of that, though.
YellowStar has been aggressive all game long on this Trundle. In it, fighting. A lot of vision here for Immortals on their own side of the map, so they can react pretty easily to this TSM squad. And right now, what you want to do as Immortals is just hold. You've got an extra lane of income. Yeah. See right there, if they had a good spot, actually they have plenty of good spots for a teleport, but maybe the call was made just to go with the safe play. All you have to do is hold. You've got an extra lane of experience. Huni up top, I believe it's frozen. He doesn't have to push it. He could just keep, you can just go with the long game plan here and soak up extra experience, extra gold. Don't have to force anything down there on TSM, and you'll slowly guarantee yourself a little bit of extra income. Right now, though, everybody leaving mid, and that might be enough for TSM to take it. Going over for that blue buff. Can they clear this wave in time?
Pobelter is going to try, but actually goes for the grass. Does not hit any of the minions.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
All right.
Turret took some damage, but otherwise the wave is clear, and they're going to survive this one. But it did buy a lot of farm. Huni is double Hauntzer's minion kills right now, 65 to 30.
It's going to get worse. But because TSM all showed, Huni changed prerogative right there, and he actually decided to start pushing the lane, or the wave. Because they showed, he gained.
So TSM, their game plan was shove the wave in, get a lot of recalls in, grab the blue buff as well, power up for round 2 of this fight. TSM sitting on about 800 gold per person, but Huni was on 1,700. So as he pushes this wave in, he's going to one-shot a Phantom Dancer off of this. And now he's going to be in prime position to fight some people. Plenty of crit will mean a lot of damage for him. And he should be able to duel this Graves. As Hauntzer only level 6 to Huni's 7. He will catch up off this wave, though. Hauntzer will gain enough. But now he wants to free.
He's not going to gain 30 minions off of it, though.
No.
So if there is action soon, then it'll be fine. Otherwise, Hauntzer can do the same thing. Try and hold here while the rest of the team plays defensively. Looks like he will try and hold. He actually should thin that wave out so it doesn't touch the turret.
Well, Graves can tank it. He's got lifesteal for 4 life as well.
Easy to do with Graves.
Yep.
Oh, they don't even go for a tap on the turret. See if they can get Scuttlecraft control for the Dragon fight setup. I'm really excited for this mid-game fight because it's so close right now. And the Yasuo, early Phantom Dancer does obviously signal. He wants to stay in the split push. He wants the duel. He wants the 1 versus 1. But I'm very excited for how the team fight's going to go.
We might have one soon. Right now we've just kind of played the wave control game. Graves has pushed the wave out as well, so Hauntzer might want to be roaming down to the bot side soon.
Yeah. Pobelter does have Frost Queens. It was the item that he rushed. He's had it for a while now. So they do have a chance to pick people off, and ReignOver obviously does have ult flash from Sejuani ready. It's going to be about spacing, though. The carries out here from TSM. DoubleLift can spell shield. Bjergsen can try and engage and self-ult. A lot of vision for Immortals, though. If this fight takes place, Immortals have a lot of vision in the jungle leading up to the dragon.
Ooh, he nearly made WildTurtle burn flash for that one. That pillar was a quarter second off from completely ruining his day.
Yeah, his whole team is there as well collapsing, so maybe even if that gets interrupted, he just walks around and doesn't burn flash, but
still nearly got the big play. YellowStar level 5, same with Adrian, but of course Karma has access to her ultimate at level 1, Kobe, so.
Thanks for the reminder.
You're welcome.
All right, here we go, 1 versus 1. Huni, get him in there. Got the knockup, got the ultimate.
Deals plenty of damage. Hauntzer gets the knockback against the wall. Huni very low. Hauntzer also stay alive, and now is Yasuo getting the lifesteal off minion waves, but Graves can do the same and replenish the health bars.
You definitely want to replenish your shield before going for that all-in as well. Oh, the teleport, they're cutting him off.
But
can Huni land the knockup?
Well, Huni gets a knockup, but he's got no ulti left. He's got to do auto attack damage. The flash comes in. Bjergsen way too late. Instead, they re-engage on the mid lane. 3-man ulti by ReignOver still will go down. An extended 1-for-1.
Yeah, great Gragas explosive cast here from Svenskeren to get ReignOver back in there. They burn the flash the first time, then boom, can't flash out again, and they answer kills.
Oh, flash root. WildTurtle flashing away, staying alive. Just barely. Now TP comes in from Huni, not at full health, but can still dash forward. Gets a Karma Shield knockup onto Bjergsen. Doesn't allow him to get the claw. What a big play by Huni.
So happy that Yasuo is back. Just so smooth. And the outplays available here as Yasuo can run straight up the minion line. They betray you. Minions for TSM. And that kill made possible by the difference in teleport timers. Yeah, this turret is going to go down, not a lot of action here, but let's go over the chain events here. Because there are 4 teleports, it's a domino effect. The first teleport channeled early by Pobelter. That was not answered for a good 5-6 seconds from TSM side. So this is the 5-6 seconds later when Bjergsen is teleporting and then cancels it. Now they've got the 4 versus 3 here, and it's a couple of good plays. Svenskaren's able to get the knock on the ReignOver, and even though he has Sejuani ultimate still available, Bjergsen locks him up. But anyways, the domino effect there of the teleports, Pobelter first, then Bjergsen uses his, so his is down. So now it contributed to the top laner dying first.
And Graves respawns now.
Yeah, because Graves was dead. So there's his coming in later, but it's already too late because Huni got the extra couple seconds. And Immortals get the lead here in the mid game.
Doing a good job using the fact that Graves was dead, pulling the team in and making that a 2-for-1 overall in Immortals' favor. They're losing some farm in the mid lane, but they're still doing pretty well as a team. 1,000 gold lead. WildTurtle's got to be a bit careful, but trades back on a Hauntzer.
Yeah, a small addendum there. Graves with the respawn, it was so late. They didn't even channel his. So they still now have one card up their sleeves for TSM. They can try and pull a Graves teleport. But the only thing is, he's not coming in with any CC, so it's not the biggest of flanks.
Sure.
And it would have to come from the main members, Svenskeren and Bjergsen, the initiators for the team, to be sped up by Sivir and make that initiation work. Yep.
So as we take stock of this game, 16 minutes in, Immortals are in a lead. They're up a kill. They're up 1 turret as well, and that means 1,500 gold. But to be honest here, TSM, I think, are holding up better than you would expect from a team that just lost to Renegades last week. And they are fighting pretty much neck and neck with first place Immortals here. And that honestly does bode well for TSM.
Yeah, they slightly lose out on the first sort of event of this game. That was the first really impactful event that wasn't just an exchange of resources. And Immortals get 1 step up in the game. A little bit of leverage here. See if they can actually use that turret advantage though, because that's pretty much all the gold is from that. There's a slight difference there as far as CS and the 1 extra kill going over, but the main advantage is going to be the extra territory they can work with as well. See if they can move up their ward line. Immortals have been very good this game as far as vision control goes.
And as they move up, they're heading towards, right now, a couple of deep wards on the top side of the jungle right here.
All right.
Went over the red buff. Otherwise, not a ton of deep vision for Immortals. TSM have 2 in the bot jungle themselves.
Teleports are coming back as well. Since Bjergsen canceled his, it's up already. But Pobelters will follow very quickly. And we'll have to keep tabs on this Hauntzer versus Huni matchup, because Huni actually is going with the Trinity Force Yasuo build. That gained popularity several months, a long time ago.
Triforce Yasuo has been around for a very long time.
Anyway, a long time.
When all the items got reworked.
But it is that brawling build that will give him another advantage as far as the split pushing goes. So we shall see. Keep tabs on how he fares versus Hauntzer.
Yeah.
Does have the lead.
And of course, he got the lifesteal for the brawls as well, so Warlord's Bloodlust, of course, the keystone, going to help him quite a bit. Mid lane under fire now. WildTurtle gets the shield and just doesn't really take very much damage, so he's just slowly working that one down. Early Spectre's Cowl for ReignOver into a Giant's Belt, which I assume would be Dead Man's play. He did, by the way, go Cinderhulk. There's always the chance it could have been Runic Echoes on Sejuani, but it is a full tank build here for ReignOver.
I do like that because she does scale her damage with health as well.
True,
so,
more so than AP.
Yeah.
Unless you're Mr. Owen.
I mean, not more so than
Well,
on that single
yeah,
ability, maybe.
True.
She's full AP Sejuani is also a thing, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
You can 100% burst people. It's
I even named the AP
sick.
Sejuani main just a second ago.
oh, did you? I wasn't even.
I name dropped Mr. Oink, man.
My bad. I actually did mute you, Phreak. All right, let's see. Actually, they're just gonna retreat here, and a lot of the vision is gonna be cleared out by TSM. So TSM holding pretty well here. I mean, this gold lead is spread out over the whole team. So if you look at the items purchased by both teams, there's not a huge discrepancy really anywhere down the line. Even though Corki is obviously at the classic Corki spike, Trinity Force, and Sork shoes.
DoubleLift not far behind, though. 900 gold in the pockets means he's pretty close to getting his completed Shiv or Rapid Fire Cannon, based on what he wants to go for here.
But as of right now, he might be at a disadvantage as far as combat effectiveness.
Bit of damage in a ReignOver, and that's going to be enough time for mid lane to take some serious damage, and it will go down. TSM equalizing the turret score. Back with an 800 gold here. Not a shabby bit of mid-game here by TSM.
Well, actually, there's a full item difference here on Hauntzer versus Huni, because Hauntzer has 1,000 gold in his pockets, and
but he's down 1,000 total gold.
And Huni's got extra 30 CS on him, so that actually is significant, especially since Huni's looking for Hauntzer to split push against. Right now, he might try and take this 1-versus-1 and blow a cooldown of Bjergsen.
Huni's inventory worth about 900 gold more than Bjergsen right now. Gets a nice crit. Of course, he's got a 100% chance. Bjergsen self-ults to stay alive, but here comes the rest of the team. Puts down the wind wall to block a slow, and it forces the flash out of Bjergsen. But that flash.
Teleport for flash.
Yeah, beta
now,
TP.
It is a Lissandra. So teleport on Lissandra for me is very, very big. Obviously, the implications of her initiation, but I don't know about how double teleport versus... I'll actually take that, since they got her ultimate down for the time being as well. Let's see if they make any power play around this.
See if they can. 1,000 gold up, Immortals pushing forward, and Svenskeren continues to manage to last hit these jungle monsters a bit better than ReignOver can, as he builds over towards his next few items. Bit of damage from YellowStar. No.
Whoa, a lot of
YellowStar. And the Frost Bomb knocks him down. WildTurtle stuck at the front lines, but guess what? He's got a Karma and a Lulu, so he is just fine. And Svenskeren's got nowhere to go. Knows he's going down. A kill for Huni.
That's our front line Corki we were looking for, Phreak. He's in there. Pobelter doesn't matter if he doesn't have his teleport, because he just sticks with the 4-man squad, and they do the 4-1 split push. Teleport does come in from Huni. Everybody collapsing. Baron started up. They do have pink wards inside, but the pings are down. It's very obviously Immortals going over towards that side. Let's see if they get a magic steal here. Graves ultimate maybe.
Be a minor miracle. They're going to go in for this one, and Adrian's picked off, and they're going to go for the damage. Smite is going to land. So now how's the fight going to go? +0 so far as Hauntzer runs away. It's a 1-for-1. Plus Baron. Hauntzer flashes. He should stay alive on this one unless when he chases, which he will not. Now, 4-man
right there
Baron.
at the end, ReignOver.
Oh, hold on. WildTurtle has a shield, but he's taking a lot of damage here. A bit of a slow from the spooky ghost. Huni on the backsides, and YellowStar. What? He's baited in Hauntzer. That's a death. And now DoubleLift is here as well. Goes for the crit, gets knocked up though. Chases in continually, spell shields some damage.
Nice,
but he's turned into a sheep, turned into a Poro. A 1-for-1 trade as Svenskeren rejoins the team. 7-3 overall kill score. YellowStar running for life as well. But still, positive for Immortals.
Action-packed and a huge gain for Immortals. Got the Baron as well as a couple extra kills there on the end. Even though ReignOver did throw his ultimate a little wide, max range Sejuani, Graves was able to dodge it and just get hit with the slow. But he ended up dying anyway after he came back in. So let's take a look at this. How did that happen? The double teleports was still available for TSM. And YellowStar stops the back, even though it's Baron of power back. Good flash there during the exhaust, by the way. Huni with the turn. No look knockup, was able to grab one. Look at this second Trundle pillar from YellowStar, though. Huni gets taken out of the fight. He's stuck on that pillar for a good 5 seconds, allowing DoubleLift to at least get the kill there before going down in the exchange with Turtle. They still have Baron buff on 1.
Should be on 3.
2, 3.
Huni, ReignOver, and Pobelter are the ones wearing the buff. We'll see how much they can acquire. 1 minute left on that one. Huni, 100% crit chance, Trinity Force, and Phantom Dancer. Nice bit of damage in for Svenskeren, knocks his way in, but a three-man Sentinel to buy even more time. And look at the slaughter to the back line. They go, so much punishment coming out from Immortals. They refuse to die, living up to their names, as they picked off 2 already into the back lines. Huni in a 1 versus 2, a bit more than he can chew. A shutdown comes in for Hauntzer, but it's still 3 for 1 in favor of Immortals.
Yeah, what a good turnaround there. Gragas ultimate splits 1 into the fight, but ReignOver with a great Sejuani ultimate. 4 people, I believe, stunned up in the explosion on that one. And the constant shields from the Karma Lulu that we're talking about, we're seeing it really have an impact in the mid game. Immortals taking pretty much everything after that. Let's take a look at this, yeah. So Svenskeren goes for the initiation. This is a Yasuo with shields on him in the middle of your team where he wants to be anyway, though. So the counter initiation from ReignOver was 10 times as impactful as the Gragas initiation was in that. WildTurtle deep into the enemy here with the package as well. It was just kind of everything the Immortals wanted. They had the counter initiation ready, they had package on Turtle, and they almost were able to clean sweep the backline as well.
Yeah.
Huni came very close to grabbing a kill. Then you live off dangerous game, maybe turn that into 2.
And Huni is going for the Titanic Hydra third.
All right, here we
He's
go.
going to continue to be tanky and menacing, and Immortals have to run away from a Sivir ulti. Adrian does his own version, flashes over a traffic cone, flash root from Bjergsen will mean that Adrian goes down, takes a lot of ultis with him, but that is still a pick-off for TSM.
See what they do with it. Baron not up, not for a pretty long time. Dragon was just taken after the last fight, so pretty much that was everything used. Lissandra ultimate and flash. Everything from Bjergsen there, except for his teleport for just a single kill. ReignOver actually probably should not continue with this invade as they're down a person, but not really a big deal.
Yeah, looks like everyone's okay, though. No one's going to take any meaningful damage. And the gold lead suddenly became 6,000. The Baron and the couple of team fights that went in Immortals' favor have really ballooned this game their way in this mid-game here. I take it back, it's Frozen Mallet, not Titanic Hydra. It was the same recipe, but...
Yeah.
So, permanent slows, permanent speed buffs, and 100% crit chance is the name of the game for Huni. Blocks some damage.
I like these bruiser builds for Yasuo as well, just because his damage doesn't fall off. Yeah, so his DPS is very high, so as long as he stays alive. Uh-oh.
Lot of damage in the Hauntzer. He's got no chance living at all. Easy walk away. TP for Bjergsen, he will go in. Ulti's WildTurtle gets the kill picked up, and suddenly here's Svenskeren as well, knocking back Huni, who still comes back in and grabs it. Another knockup on Svenskeren, just chasing him down. Exhaust doesn't even matter. Huni, a big chance on his name, crushing everybody. A quick kill for Pobelter, but that is an ace for 1. Immortals are dominating.
Oh my goodness. This Yasuo with the bruiser build and grasp just lives forever. Shields coming in. Immortals easily going to be able to take this inhibitor, by the way. Spawn timers will not allow Immortals to continue on and take Nexus turrets, but inhibitor down is a very big swing in this game.
Beautiful stuff and an easy recall after the turret goes down.
Okay, so ReignOver was actually there interrupting DoubleLift when he tried to get to the fight and burned so much. He just goes down with everybody dogpiling on top of him. Double shields there. And as you know what happened on the top side, Huni was just taking care of everyone else on the team.
He made it look easy, but trust me, top lane Yasuo, not the easiest thing to play amidst the types of champions you normally battle, but Huni making it look good. Guardian Angel, I've been getting it wrong, but I'm going to say Guardian Angel is his 4th item. Maybe it's Drop Portal. I doubt it.
Yeah, I think he can just split push with his own body.
It is recently buffed, Guardian Angel, though. It's now, what, 200 gold cheaper?
True, but
6.5 buffs?
It's mostly buffed for squishier targets, and he's not really a squishy Yasuo.
Nope. But he'll certainly like the resist with all the health he's been gaining. Mercury Tread's helping with that as well. So good luck stopping Huni, who is huge for sure.
Good luck stopping anyone on Immortals right now.
They dive in, doing a hell of a lot of damage. The multiple knockups, 2 kills already. They cannot be stopped. Here into the back line goes Huni. A double kill for WildTurtle. Hauntzer certainly next on the plate. He will drop as well. YellowStar, the last man alive, watches the team dies, and he joins them. A triple kill for the Corki, but it's just a complete slaughter now as it's just a crushing team fight, which should lead into the game-winning play.
Yep. That is going to be a clean finish here. Nobody on TSM alive to be in the picture as Immortals close it out.
And there we go. The last of it all happens, and down goes the last few turrets. Down goes the Nexus as well. Immortals, 28 minutes, continuing to make them fast. They just dismantle TSM. I need to point out one more thing about Huni. He went Elixir of Brilliance at the end there for the bonus true damage when you hit things. Not like he uses AP, but Huni has his own idea of what's good. Haven't seen Frozen Mallet and Yasuo in a while, so I haven't seen Blue Elixir on it in a while.
It's funny because I would expect the life steal.
So it may have been a misclick, but it does do a lot of damage to turrets when you're attacking
just like
that
anything
high.
that Huni does, you're like, yep, look at that. It's
Not everything. Huni's done some bad things before, such as top smite Lee Sin in the 2015 spring playoffs on Fnatic.
I would chalk this one up to be one of those ill-advised things. I would definitely go for the, what's it called, Blood?
I forget what it's called. The Elixir of, that's not Fervor, I don't think.
Anyway,
The red Elixir.
the red one that gives you
The red Gatorade.
life back on physical damage and physical damage itself. But regardless, smashes TSM with it. And so far, COG the only team to take a game off of Immortals, and they're looking to keep it that way.
Yeah.
As
Immortals.
the only one left with a chance is Impulse.
Yep. Their final game
Tomorrow.
this split before playoffs will be Immortals versus Impulse. If they do win it, by the way, they will have the best win-loss ratio, win percentage in North American LCS history. Of course, Fnatic own the 18-0 from Europe, but 17-1 would beat 25-3, the current record held by C9, as far as win percentage at the end of the season.